Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Green Bay Packers taking on a second team from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. First time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
On 1st and 10, Mobley. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Second and 16. Looking to throw. Mobley caught on the right side by Jones. Look at those stick skills. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball. but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mobley. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Mobley. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Mobley. This one swung out here to Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding up, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And Chris Barnes there on the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Back to throw. Mobley.
And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. From the gun on 3rd down. Mobley open here, Adam Thielen.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run. Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down. Mobley.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Mobley.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Cook.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And in contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Oh, they can't stop it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On first down, Mobley. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Looking to throw. Mobley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give to Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mobley. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On second down, it's Jones. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Here's Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a Green Bay score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Cook. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Mobley.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Mobley. And this is Cook with a grab. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on 2nd down, Mobley. Buying time and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Mobley. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's Rodgers. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing on 1st down. Mobley. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Mobley. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before break. Mobley. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, we'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some stats get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Mobley. That is caught by Thielen. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Operating from the gun, Mobley. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On first down, Mobley. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down now, it's Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Again, it's Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, Mobley. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Second and 10 here in the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 56.
To throw again, Mobley.
A check down here to Jones.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw on 3rd down, Mobley. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll look to throw again. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
The give is to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw on second down. Mobley.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on first down. Mobley. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down and 3.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
77 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Back to throw. Mobley. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Looking to throw. Mobley. Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Left side, Cook. And some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Robert Tonyan, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Mobley.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
What you do need to know as a young quarterback, if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Mobley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cook. Oh, what a move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Looking to throw. Mobley. And that is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.